What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. A lot of things going on in the show tonight. As Bound for Glory gets closer, I believe we're about a week away, if I'm not mistaken. What do we got going on in the show tonight before next Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, when Bound for Glory happens? What do we got going on? We do kick it off, though, with another triple threat match to see who's going to make it in the X Division title triple threat match. El Phantasmo versus Rohit Raju versus Willie Mack. Very good match to kick off the show. I did enjoy this. El Phantasmo basically getting the win right here over Rohit Raju. I know Willie Mack and jumping on top of Bullet Club, both Chris Bay and Hikuleo to the outside. But Phantasmo ended up hitting like a low blow onto Raju then, and basically won. What was it? I guess what was that? Well, I forget his name and whatnot, but finisher name, but Phantasmo ended up getting the win right here. I wish I actually give the guy the microphone to talk and whatnot. I'm surprised they don't really let El Phantasmo talk that much. It's usually not that bad on New Japan kind of promos, so I need to give this guy more mic time. Ace Austin and Madman Fulton talked about the Call Your Shot Gauntlet coming up, and basically it's a battle royale tonight. Whoever wins this battle royale will become number 20, and the runner-up gets number 1 and whatnot. But Ace Austin says he's not done with Christian, and when he wins this match, he's going to get back on track and go back for that world title against Christian. So we'll see what happens from there. Savannah Evans winning against Lady Frost. I know they showed Savannah Evans win that Monsters Ball match last Saturday in the Daphne, tribute Knockouts Knockdown show. Savannah Evans, like I said, still ended up getting a win right here. I'm surprised it didn't really go as fast or maybe like a squash match, but this wasn't that bad. Bad right here with Savannah Evans. Like I said, I don't really know much about her, but she's not bad though. Deanna Perrazzo came out with Mavi Redwall, basically talking about, listen, we're all cool, but I need Savannah Evans right here. You see, Mickey James picked the whole pick your poison thing, and she chose my opponent last Saturday in Knockouts Knockdown. Now I need you, since you won Monsters Ball, I need you to take out Mickey James and to pick your poison, which Savannah Evans agreed to and shook hands with Deanna Perrazzo then. Steve Macklin cut a promo then, basically talked about there's a lot you don't know about him, but in the rings, you have to deal with people known as ribbon chasers and whatnot. Guys that go around chasing medals instead of doing their job, and that's what he sees right now, and that he means business. That, right now they're ribbon chasers for this X Division title. They just want the title so they can just get on the internet and just, pose with it and whatnot. But he said that attitude is weakness, and he wants to be a champion, okay? Because once he has that title, he's going to have a target on his back, and he knows about having a target on his back and what he's going to take with it. Because right now, he wants to bring in Mayhem, and he's going to take that X Division title. Great promo by Steve Macklin. Let me say that right now. Like I said, this guy is very different from what he was in WWE, which it still amazed me that this guy was even in the Forgotten Sons, okay? And now this guy, I feel like he's a whole new person, and I like this new guy, okay? I know he was Steve Cutler. I've said this many times before, but man, where was this guy hiding? Please tell me where he was hiding, because this guy has something about him. Okay. Next, they went to Gail Kim, though, congratulating her on the Knockouts Knockdown show. And, she talked about signing Misha Slamovich to Impact and a tribute to Daphne. Decay came up then saying, who are we going to be facing at Bound for Glory? And I guess they're going to be facing the Inspiration, which they got a telegram or a letter from Sydney, Australia, basically from the Inspiration of Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay, formerly known as the Iconics, and at the Inspiration want to wrestle Decay for those tag team titles at Bound for Glory. Rosemary and Havoc agreed, saying like, okay, we will bring our brand of chaos to the ring. And also, they said, read this again if it was not read in a Australian accent. So we will see the Inspiration at Bound for Glory, and I guess they will be going against Decay in for the titles. Rich Swann went against VSK. I know Brian Myers sent the rest of the learning tree to the back. Swann still ended up getting the win, so not much I can say from here. But yeah, Swann, which I'm sure this whole feud is going to continue anyway, so we'll see what happens. Next, Swingers Palace is finally done. It's dead. End of an era for Swingers Palace. They were packing it all up. Basically, saying it's over. and that Hernandez wants his back pay. One of the Swinger girls basically, I guess, say they love Swinger, but Swinger says, it's 2 rules in this business: never fall in love with a Rizad, or don't fall in love with the swing man and whatnot. And basically, he can't lock himself down. Alicia called him a monster and whatnot. Chris Sabin showed up. I wish he would have said, "This place rules. I never want to leave." But Sabin was pretty sad about Swinger's Place leaving. One of the Swinger girls basically said they loved him, but Sabin says, whatever your name is, Swingerella number 2, but her name was Riley, and Sabin says, listen, I would love to go with you, but my only true love is wrestling, and I have to get the Bound for Glory. And basically, they show clips of Swinger's Palace, and it was over, and he says, I'll always love this place before the lights shut off. So yeah, Swinger's Palace is dead. It's dead. It's gone. It's, I don't know. I like Swinger's Palace to an extent, okay? It had its bits and parts right there of being funny, but sometimes it would just kind of be there to be there, and I just felt like it kind of took a lot. It's better than the Wrestle House stuff, but I'm kind of glad this is over now with Swinger's Palace. It had its parts though, but after a while it just started to become stale. So hopefully they find something different for these guys than doing the whole illegal casino thing going on. Scott D'Amore was in the back with Heath Slater, I guess, signing his contract for Impact. Talked about he should have had this a year ago, but he got hurt at Bound for Glory and whatnot, and he's been gone for a very long time, so he requested a match at Bound for Glory now. Him and Rhino versus Violent by Design. But D'Amore says Rhino even going to show up, and he said he's not even sure, but he knows he will and whatnot. He said he wants this match. He knows that Rhino's his best friend. He'll have his back. So just let him talk to him, okay? But he wants this match to happen. So D'Amore agreed, and he said he hoped Rhino show up. So we'll see if Rhino does help Heath and whatnot. But great way to set up the match for Bound for Glory between him and Rhino versus Violent by Design. We'll see what happens. But not a bad promo by Heath right here. Not better than the whole over the top Heath and whatnot. But this is pretty good. Chris Sabin went against Chris Bay. Good match. Very enjoyable. I did like it. I don't think it was really leading to anything, but I did enjoy this match though. Pretty good. Not bad at all. What else do we have on this show? Trey Miguel was in the back, talking about this whole X Division 3-way coming up at Bound for Glory. He talked about who he beat before. Alex Zane showed up there and listen, man, you pinned Laredo Kid. You didn't beat me. So Trey said, all right, man, you want something? Okay, how about this one-on-one match next week, all right? You want to go? Let's do it. The Good Brothers cut a promo basically saying Bound for Glory, whoever wins between Finn Juice and Bullet Club will face them at Bound for Glory for the tag team titles. I know we had a battle royale to see who was going to be, the number 20 and number 1 spot. The whole Call Your Shot thing coming up at Bound for Glory. The battle royale wasn't that bad. I know it became between both Chris Sabin and W. Morrissey in the end. Morrissey ended up getting the win, becoming number 20. So it wasn't a bad match and whatnot. But Morrissey getting number 20 though. I'm not mad at that. We'll see what happens in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet Battle Royale. But yeah, not bad at all. Also, Impact announced that Minoru Suzuki will be coming to Impact. I'm sure he'll be showing up at Bound for Glory. Like I said before, Minoru Suzuki is all over the place right now. From AEW, now Impact, and I've just seen the guy show up in GCW and other promotions and whatnot. You never know whenever Minoru Suzuki is going to show up. Like I said, the guy may not have been to G1 this year, but this whole American tour thing, New Japan Strong. Like I said, the guy has just been booked for shows all over the place. So he's been all over America, from Chi-Town to Florida to Philly to New York to, you don't know when Minoru Suzuki's going to show up. I'm like, okay, now I guess he'll be showing up in Impact. I guess he'll be showing up in Vegas coming up. So, yeah, Minoru Suzuki is coming to Impact, and I'm really looking forward to that. So we'll see who he goes against. But last thing to kick off the show was a interview or a summit between both Christian Cage and Josh Alexander. Basically, Josh Matthews was the moderator. Christian talked about coming back for over a 7-year retirement and winning the title on the first episode of AEW Rampage. And he says, I'm not back here to do Christian's greatest hits or whatnot. I came back to be the best. I came back to win titles, and this Impact World title means a lot to him and whatnot. Because, no one else is going to get behind him or anything, and this is a title that means a lot to him. But basically, as he took the title and brought it back to this company from Kenny Omega and whatnot, Josh Alexander talked about the X Division title and cashing in for Option C and whatnot. And listen, he wants to be more than a tag team wrestler, okay? And basically, after wrestling Chris Sabin, that's what made him do Option C. It was difficult to give up the title, but the world title is much more sweeter, he says. Basically, Josh Alexander said he has no regrets going into this. And, both of them fighting through injuries and whatnot. Christian, basically said he sees Josh Alexander today as a hunger. He has a passion. He's been overlooked. But that's where the similarities end after that. Because, you cannot compare yourself to me. It's no disrespect, but, basically, no disrespect, but you're just not me, basically. But Josh Alexander basically talked about him and Christian grow up near the same hometown, almost like miles away from each other and whatnot. And that Josh Alexander he's a wild card for Bound for Glory, okay? And he knows what Christian is playing. And basically, he's coming to take that spot, and he's going to win the title. Christian basically say, I've been in the spot before and whatnot. I've been everywhere, okay? So it's sink or swim. And Christian say he's been he's a pretty good swimmer, champion, challenger. He's been on both sides of the fence, all right? And he's seen what Josh Alexander can do. He's a fan. He's seen him, wrestle, followed his career, seen him win the tag team titles with the North and whatnot. But Josh Matthews then brought up a clip, I guess, from an AEW Fan Fest show. And I guess this fan asked Christian, who do you want to face? And I guess the fan said Josh Alexander. And he was like, I don't know who that is. Which Christian says, hey, I'm just ribbing you, okay? It's all fun and games right here. But Josh Alexander says basically, no, enough games. I don't have any respect for you and whatnot. At Bound for Glory, you're just going to be facing the walking weapon, okay? So you better be ready at Bound for Glory. Christian basically said, I guess he needs to keep those emotions in check. And that's what ended the show from there. So, very good sit-down interview with Christian and Josh Alexander, especially leading the match for Bound for Glory coming up. Really looking forward to that. I did enjoy it, and it was kind of cool that they used something from one of the FanFest clips. Christian, I guess I don't even know who that is. And, Josh Alexander, like, oh, you don't know who I am, huh? So you're just going to fake it to just be a fake and whatnot. So now I am going to take you out Bound for Glory. So there is no respect involved. So, that wasn't bad. Not a bad segment at all to end off the show. But other than that, though, this is my review of Impact. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodNight890. The Go Home show will be next week and whatnot, and Bound for Glory will be on, next Saturday and whatnot. I still do not agree with that time slot. I still think it's really dumb. I don't know why they're taking a backseat to AEW, because AEW is on Saturday night. Dude, I know you work with them, but don't take a back seat to them. I still think that's fucking stupid, and I'm still going to address that, okay? But other than that, I'm out of here. See you guys. Peace.